We are setting up the studio for the refugees in Zaatari camp. So we got a MacBook Pro, I think it's an M1, which is pretty cool. We are, Thomas brought in a mix-free, which lets us record anywhere in the camp. We have two Yamaha HS5s, which are, I mean, really my favorite speakers as far as I'm concerned. And then we bought some really cool microphones as well. I mean, they got the SM7B, which is what Michael Jackson used to record on. So it's no, it's a pretty cool setup as far as I'm concerned. I think this is, I mean, about as much as you can ask for any producer, really. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens.
Hello.
Hi, Ruba. We're just watching the video. 1 second.
Okay.
So that was the video that sort of we're able to obtain and start sharing with everyone. And so we will be able to email that link out to you. It was in an email on Saturday as well, but it's really exciting. And I'm really excited that we're able to connect with our friends in Zaatari. And Ruba is the person who I am going to be speaking with the most due to translation issues. So again, I just want to remind everyone, if you do have questions, we received a lot of questions in advance. If you do have questions that pop up throughout this conversation, feel free to put them in the chat, or you can email them to me and we will have them answered after the fact. There probably won't be enough time today because we were able to get so many questions and we don't want to take up too much of anyone's time. So this will be able to be shared after the fact as well. So we look forward to being able to share that with you, and hopefully you can share it with other people who might be interested in viewing this after the fact. So Ruba, I'm hoping you're there. It looks a little dark now. I see you. There you are. Perfect. Hi, do you want to unmute yourself? Oh, hang on. You're muted. There you go.
So I will have a quick introduction about who's joining the call.
Perfect.
My name is Ruba Frehat. I'm the camp manager for Questscope, responsible of all the programs running at Zaatari camp. And I have my colleagues, the two facilitators and teachers for the music education program, in addition to our beneficiaries, boys and girls. We have 4 ladies who are learning guitar. And we have one guy who's learning oud.
Okay.
So we can start with the questions and I will support with the translation.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Ruba. So
You're welcome.
It is a little dark. I don't know if you want to take the curtain off or not, because we just see dark shadows.
Yeah, sure.
That's okay. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to see a little bit more, I hope.
Better?
Now it's more dark. So no, probably not a good idea.
Okay.
There. Oh, I see you now. There. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, we're great. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, Ruba, I want to start by asking you this. Are there some activities or programs that are more effective others within the Zaatari refugee camp?
Definitely, if we are talking about the Syrian youth refugees living in Zaatari camp, they are more interested in in a lot of programs related to recreational activities in general. So it would be like just relieving the stress that they are facing inside the camp. In addition, they are seeking, especially the youth above 18, for any kind of training in capacity building programs, aiming to have better situation, aiming to have a better job opportunities in the future, rather if they will stay inside the camp or in Jordan, or if they will move to another country, to a third country. So those mainly the youth interested in those two streams.
What has been the biggest challenge about the introduction of a new program like music education?
As based the feedback that I have received once we announced that we open a new program, you cannot imagine the demand and the people registering for the program. So we didn't even do any kind of effort for the marketing. The music for them is something that the elite people do, rather than the people living in refugee setting. So whenever you're providing such an interesting program, you will see a lot of demand and a lot of love for learning how to do music, how to be involved in the studio recording. So it's interesting in general. We are not facing, which is rare in implementing programs in camp setting or in urban area. It's rare not to have challenges, definitely, yeah, specifically at the beginning of any program. But for the music, because I was with them for around 1 month and a half, the previous 1 month and a half, working all together for the grand opening, working all together for the curricula, for the education sessions, for everything. And I could see the smile of all the beneficiaries once they enter the location for the music. So it's self-expression from them, and they are really interested. And I was asking the ladies about the reflection, and they were amazed that they could learn that quick. And they are now they have zero knowledge about music, and they are feeling so proud of themselves that they could reach this stage,
as they absolutely should.
Yeah.
Are there any wait lists for program within the Questscope Youth Center at Zatari?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Are there wait lists? Are there lists of people who want to get into programs, but we just don't have the room for them?
Yeah, definitely, because based on different programming, you target a specific age group. So you will be receiving demand from another age group, the younger age and the older age. So I think, yes, the demand is there. We received number of requests from the community that this program, those kind of program, it's entertaining, in addition to have the education part of it. So yes, we're having a demand based on the feedback received from the community and the beneficiaries.
I'm assuming I know the answer to this, Ruba, but maybe you'll enlighten me. Was it a challenge to get people like these ladies that I'm looking at right now interested in the music education program?
Shall I ask them? I would
Sure.
love you to hear the answer from them.
Yes.
عم تسأل بتقول هل قديش صعب أو سهل لصبايا زيكم بعمركم إنه أقنعكم إنكم تسجلوا بالموسيقى؟ كنتوا بتحتاجوا الإقناع ولا حسيتوا إنه هذا شيء أنتم بتستنوه بدكم إياه؟
أصلاً إحنا عم نستنى فرصة من زمان إنه يفتح هذا المجال.
So one of the ladies just said they were waiting for any agency to open such a program. So they are very much interested. They waited for the program to come to alive. So yes, they love that.
That's so great. Ruba, I want to ask the facilitators a few questions, if that's okay with you.
Yes, sure.
Perfect. Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Oh, the ones. Did you see them okay, or it's dark?
Yep, nope, it's perfect. There we go. Okay. I want to start by asking, how has the introduction of the music education program been received by those people who live at Zatari?
عم تسألكم يا شباب سؤال، بتقولكم كيف البرنامج، برنامج تعليم الموسيقى واللي عم نشتغل عليه، كيف تم استقباله من قبلكم انتم كميسرين ومن قبل المجتمع المحلي؟
احنا طبعا هاي فرصة تسعدنا، يعني ان احنا نبلش بهذا البرنامج، وانه فتحناه قبل فترة. يعني اجتهدنا كثير بصراحة عشان احنا نكون بداية المشروع مبشرة، يعني من ناحية الإقبال، من ناحية كل النواحي الممكنة يعني، ومن خلال الحشد يعني أكيد، والطريقة اللي نشرنا فيها الخبر عبر السوشيال ميديا أو وجها لوجه يعني مع الناس، لقينا إنه في إقبال كثير والناس كانت يعني مبسوطة. ردود الفعل السلبية كثير كانت قليلة.
So his answer was that it was something that they waited for, including the two facilitators, because Muhammad learned how to play guitar by himself. It took him a journey of a number of years. So it was really a great opportunity for him to be involved, to give something back to the community. And the community, as you listened from the two ladies, they were waiting for such a program to come to alive. They've waited for that. And with the minimal challenges that they faced, once we announced the program through the social media inside Zaatari camp, so the demand was really high, and they are feeling so proud that they are part of that.
That's great. Does the new program assist at all with resilience in young children? And if so, how?
هل البرنامج بتحسوا انه ممكن يساعد اللي هم بيسموه التعايش؟ هلا في مبدأ اسمه resilience اللي هو التعايش، عشان انتم عايشين بمخيم او حتى الناس اللي عايشين سوريين عايشين بالمناطق الثانيه، هل بتحس انه الموسيقى ممكن تساعد الجيل الصغير او يعني الاصغر بالعمر بفكره التعايش بشكل عام مع المجتمع الجديد اللي هم عايشين فيه، ولا ما بتحسوا انه ما بيأثر تعليم الموسيقى او زي هيك برامج؟
هسا الموسيقى بتساعدنا نختار المجتمع مع بعض. يعني حتى المجتمع الخارجي مع المجتمع الداخلي داخل المخيم، فبتوقع انه هي وسيله تواصل وارتباط.
وانت محمد
يعني
يلا احكي واحد فيكم.
هسه الموسيقى اكيد بتساعد على التعايش بين المجتمعات وبين الثقافات المختلفه. العامل الاساسي اللي موجود فيها تقريبا مش موجود باي مجال ثاني، يعني تقريبا مجرد من العوامل الدينيه او السياسيه. ف يعني طبعا هي ممكن اكثر شيء يكون بيساعد على التعايش.
So from both parties, from the beneficiaries to the facilitators of music program, they see this program is and using music. It's an essential part of resilience. They supported them with better communication because music, they said it's international language, and that will bring the bridges a little bit tighter, so they can communicate even through music with people like yourself and the audience who doesn't speak English. You can listen to their music. You can convey the message. You can convey the feelings. So yes, this is the answer. Definitely yes.
Great. Excuse me. How does the music education program help promote social cohesion amongst the camp residents? I mean, I know in other Questscope programs, especially with the younger children, they receive some sort of art therapy, photography, things like that. And then they go home to their families and their families notice a change. So I'm wondering, have they received any feedback from families regarding the beneficiaries? Have they seen any changes for the better?
هلا هي عم تحكي بتقول انه في احنا برامجنا بكويستسكوب اكثر من برنامج او البرامج الثانيه، المفروض انه البرامج تبعتنا بتاثر على شخصيه البني ادم، بتاثر على كيف تعاطيه مع المجتمع الخارجي، كيف تعاطيه مع محيطه. فهل بتحسوا انه حاولتوا تتواصلوا او تواصلتوا مع الاهالي او حدا انه يشوف هل يمكن هم ما رح يحسوا التغيير بس يمكن اهاليهم يحسوا في تغيير صار؟
هسه بصراحه الفتره الاخيره مش كثير كنا قاعدين نتواصل مع الاهالي، بس البرنامج القديم كنا دائما نتواصل مع الاهالي.
شو بتحس الفيدباك دائما؟
دائما يعني مش دائما بس نقدر نقول 85 او 90% دائما التغيير ايجابي.
بس التغيير باي نواحي اكثر شيء بيكون؟
يعني تواصل كثير كان يمر علينا، يعني شويه اطفال انطوائيه، مش انطوائيه يعني عندهم نوع من الانطوائيه او خجل، فكثير كنا نلاحظ عليهم تغيير، ولحد الان طبعا نشوفهم يعني ولحد الان لا يصير منهم التغيير.
So since Muhammad, the coach, is saying since the program is relatively new at the camp, and they only started the education for the classes since 1st of August. So now it's the time to have a feedback from parents and caregivers about the feedback of their children about the program, if they noticed any kind of changes. But he was involved with us in the previous program of music therapy, and he said that it's always a huge change, like a jump in the behaviors of specifically the young boys and girls in communication, anger management, acceptance others, and working together. So those are the main areas that the kids will have better personality regarding those four issues.
Great. One last question for the facilitators before we turn it over to the beneficiaries. Where do you three see this program going or growing in the future?
شو شايف البرنامج كيف ممكن يتطور ويكبر بالمستقبل؟ انت وجهة نظرك انت.
إذا طبقنا كل الجوانب اللي احنا قاعدين نشتغل عليها واللي مقترحينها، طبعا البرنامج راح يكون له صدى واسع يعني.
شو بتتخيل انه يوصل لوين؟ بصير في عندكم فرقة، بتصير بتكون
طبعا هو الهدف الحقيقة اوركسترا مش فرقة يعني. فاكيد هذا الموضوع ان شاء الله قيد الدراسة قبل ما نبلش ننفذه على ارض الواقع. اضافة لانه عارفين احنا عندنا اللي هو حصص التعليم زائد الفرقة اللي هي او الشيء بيننا وبين المجتمع المحلي، والاستوديو اللي هو موجود صار جاهز حاليا. فاحنا اذا قدرنا نطبق كل هاي الامور اكيد راح يكون برنامج.
So they've seen that the aspiration for the program is really it's really big. At the camp level, they see that they can create a band, merging the beneficiaries with the talented people who didn't have a space, a chance, even the musical instruments to practice music. So the first that they could do inside the camp is creating a band, and then the band could be coming huge and huge to be an orchestra, not only a band, including in new instruments, involving more people. And then another aspect, he said that it's up to us how we can integrate them with the community and the host community. If you have similar program, for example, in urban areas, so there will be an exchange learning from inside the camp to outside the camp. And another thing that I need to add is the aspect of having them involved in the different musical festivals happening in the regions. Because I've noticed from our partner Playing for Change that they are organizing, for example, a musical event in Morocco. So it would be a great opportunity to have musicians, beneficiaries coming from Jordan to work with their peers in Morocco. So those are key elements of the aspiration of the program.
I love that. So let's shift our computer, our screen a little bit to the beneficiaries if we can, Ruba. Thank you. So I would love to hear from the ladies. What has changed for you since enrolling in this music education program?
Can you please repeat the question, Jessica?
Sure. What has changed for you since enrolling in the music education program?
طيب بدي أسمع منكم كلمة. شو أكثر شيء حسيتوا حالكم يتغير فيكم من أول ما شاركتوا ببرنامجنا؟
صراحة حسيت صار لي جو ثاني يعني، فشيء ينعكس على سلوك الشخص. هذا يعني موسيقى تهذب تخليك إنسان راقي بالمختصر.
So what's your name? شو اسمك؟ Muhammad. So Muhammad said that since he enrolled in the music program, he noticed that he is more calm and he can accommodate a lot of stresses around him because he's living a really positive atmosphere when working with his coach and with his peers. وانتي؟
شو السؤال؟
انه شو حسيت اكثر شيء تغير فيكي من اول ما بلشتي بالبرنامج معنا؟
هسه عداء عن انه هي الموسيقى بشكل عام انا بنظري انه بتخرج كل شيء مشاعر سلبيه وبالموسيقى بتتخرج كلياتها. اولا، ثانيا على الجانب المهني انه انا بغني وصوتي حلو بس ما بعرفش اغني بالاساس، فاعتقد يعني صار مستواي بالغنى يتحسن.
So stress relief, she feels much better in that area. She said that she has a good voice, but she couldn't, she doesn't have anybody to train her how to discover her talent. So she thinks that she is in the right place.
I love that.
بصراحة أنا صرت هادي أكتر، صرت قادرة إني لما أقعد أحكي مع أي حدا أوطي صوتي وأحكي بهدوء.
So she's more calm. She's feeling a lot, the self-esteem is really high and she's really calm. She's feeling that this program is changing her behavior in a positive way. She has really a good relation with her peers. So this is one of the key things, that she has new friends and she's enjoying her time with them.
كل إنسان آلته بتأثر عليه يعني.
هذا فيهم أثر بشكل مختلف، وأنا بتوقع إنه غيرت فيه. لما كنت أجي على الجلسة مرات يكون في عندي توتر أو في عندي مشاكل، يمكن لما كنت أشوف الأستاذ يعزف أو أنا أعزف على الأورج فكان هذا الإشي يحسن من نفسيتي، أو أتوقع اليوم أنا صار عندي أعصاب تحس براحة لما تعزف على الأورج تحرك أعصابك.
So she's feeling more comfortable about her body, about how she thinks. She came to the center at the beginning. She's a little bit stressed, maybe a little bit depression, but now she is involved in that program and working with a facilitator, with a coach and her peers. She's feeling much more positive atmosphere, positive vibe. So she's really loved that.
What's been the hardest thing, and this is for any of them, what has been the hardest part about learning a new instrument? I know that if you asked me, if you handed me a guitar, I would have no idea what to do. So I can only imagine how difficult it must be for them to learn something totally new as well.
شو أصعب إشي لما بلشتوا تعزفوا على الآلة الموسيقية؟ شو أكثر شيء استصعبتيه بالبداية؟
وجع الأعصاب.
Their finger hurt a lot. So this is the hardest part.
Sure, that makes sense. I would love to hear from all of them as well. What was it like having a Grammy-nominated musician such as Ellie Goulding to visit them and see what they're doing at Zattery?
شو كان شعوركم لما عرفتوا انه احنا رح يجي يفتتح البرنامج عنا مطربة عالمية مشهورة كتير واخذة جرامي اووردز، يعني اخذة جوائز عالمية بالموسيقى؟ شو كان شعوركم لما عرفتوا انه فنانة بهذا الحجم الكبير اللي عندها ملايين المتابعين انه هي جاي علشان تعطي هذا المساعدة والسبورت والدعم لبرنامجكم؟ شو كان شعوركم؟ الفكرة لحالها ممكن تكونوا ما بتعرفوها which is fine، بس الفكرة لحالها.
حسينا صراحة يعني ارتقى شوي يعني من المستوى، يعني لأن إنه إذا حدا عندنا وافتتح برنامجنا إحنا بوصفنا، يعني إحنا أول إشي مشاركين بهاي البرنامج يعني بهذا المشروع.
في حدا بده
أول مرة نفتح مشروع بالمخيم موسيقى وإنه إجت هاي العالمية لهون.
وإحنا أول مشارك.
إحنا أول مشارك.
So they're feeling I will translate more. هلا
صراحة
بعطيكم
كان شيء تحفيزي هذا، يعني إنه نحن نبدأ من هاي النقطة. إيش تحفيز الشرائع.
So their feeling was so proud. They feel important. It's the first time in the camp. They said that it's the first time in the camp such a program is opened, and with the owner and from getting visitors from outside. What if the visitor is a Grammy Award winner like Ellie Goulding? Hala, maybe they do not exposed to the foreign music, but they know that she's a celebrity. She's interested in their situation. She came along that way to be with them to provide support. They're feeling very proud and very important.
That's great. So before we hand it over to them to hopefully give us a few demonstrations of what they're learning, I would like to ask everyone, including the facilitators, what do you hope to take away from music education as a whole, as a participant or as a facilitator, and where do you hope that it takes you in the future?
شو بتحسوا الإشي اللي أنتم حابين تستفيدوه من هذا البرنامج؟ يعني لما تخلصوا لوين شو عندكم طموح؟ لوين بدكم توصلوا؟
وصلنا قدر إنه نقدر نعزف لحالنا. نقدر نعزف أي أغنية.
تعزفي لحالك.
نعمل مشروع.
مشروع.
أو نكون لنا فرقة خاصة.
نشارك
طبعا يكون أستاذ.
So their aim in general, I will ask their coaches because maybe they have different say in that.
Right.
Their aim is to master the instruments they're learning. Maybe to learn more instruments, they need to form a girls band in addition to participate with the band of Muhammad, the coach. So they would be part of something that is happening. It's happening for the first time. So for them, this is the aspiration they're looking for. And they, by the way, they said all the same answer.
I love that. And you know what? I think a girl band would be even cooler than a boy band. Sorry.
I would support that. Yes, I would support that.
I knew you would, Ruba. Don't worry. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
What about the facilitators?
تأسسوا فرقة للبنات. Sorry, Jessica.
No, that's all right. What about the facilitators? What do they have to say about that?
وانتوا شو شايفين؟ شو الإشي اللي حابين انتوا تطلعوا فيه من هذا البرنامج؟
يعني أول شيء أكيد إن أكثر عدد ممكن إنه يستفيد من هذا البرنامج. زاد إنه يمكن ناقشنا قبل مرة إنه نفتح شعب لآلات جديدة. طبعا هذا الشيء أكيد بده شوية دراسة قبل ما نبلش فيه. واكثر كمان عدد ممكن يستفيد منه بالاستوديو، خاصه المستفيدين الموجودين عندنا اكثر من يعني اضافه الى المجتمع المحلي، بس الاولويه للمشاركين اكيد، زائد الاوركسترا حد الان.
So their main interest as the facilitators is to continue the program and support the learning process for more beneficiaries inside the camp and expand the number of people reached by the program, including new instruments. Definitely, they're much interested in establishing really a good band. And they will think about including the girls' band in it.
They better include the girls band. You can tell them I said that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would love if any of the beneficiaries and the students would be willing to give us a brief demonstration. We all know that we're not expecting, you know, anything coming from the Boston Pops or anything like that, but we would love if we could get a demonstration by someone.
Yeah, but just give us one moment and we
Sure.
will be ready for the demonstration.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay.
And again, I want to remind all the participants watching right now, if we didn't get to answer a question that maybe you thought of, you can go ahead and put it in the chat, or you can email it to me and we can, you know, do some research and come back to you with an answer, maybe your own personal video. You know, there's a lot of different ways we can do this, but we do want to definitely thank our friends at Playing for Change Foundation and Todd Krim and the Dream Day Foundation, who have really helped spearhead this whole process and make it possible. And obviously without, you know, you, our supporters, to help us with all of this. So Ruba, are you ready for us?
One moment.
There you go.
So we're ready for that.
Perfect.
تعالوا وقفوا هون. تعالي هون عشان نشوفوكي. هاي الكاميرا. شايفة الكاميرا قربي. Yeah. Sit down. Yeah, start. يلا بس. She's a little bit nervous.
Don't be nervous. We're all encouraging you. Round of applause. Excellent. Brava.
خلص مش مشكلة.
I'm clapping for you. Well, thank you, Ruba. Thank you very, very much. And thank you to both of
Thank
the
you.
students. They did outstanding.
No problem.
Much better than I could do. I can share that. With absolute and total certainty, I can share that. So
Thank
if you would like to thank everyone for me, I would
Yes.
really appreciate that. I want to thank everyone who joined us today. We look forward to having more of these, hopefully monthly. And Ruba, you're the best for always helping me and translate beautifully. And thank you to the ladies and gentlemen who joined us today. If they have anything else they want to say, they have the floor. But if not, we will chat with them another time.
I would like to thank you all for your attendance. Thank you, Jessica, for preparing this webinar. It's very important. It's something new for them. They were excited about it. What is it? How we can participate? And they thank you for the opportunity. They don't have anything to say, but they would love to see more of those events. It's very inspirational.
Great. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, everyone. And I hope you have a great day. And again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to send them to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.